The Sorcerer's Fire. The darkness of night had descended upon Beta Gunjan graveyard, with only black clouds of fear hovering in the sky. A young sorcerer, draped in black and named Mureed, sat in the desolate heart of the graveyard, preparing for another terrifying ritual. A glint shone in Mureed's eyes, and his face was contorted with madness. Behind him, a bonfire blazed, its red flames rising high. Near the fire lay a strange sack containing bundles of bones and leaves. From behind, a sinister-looking owl swiveled its neck, staring at Mureed, as a black snake slithered closer. Increase the fire. Mureed shrieked loudly. The owl hooted fiercely, and the snake suddenly stopped near the fire. Mureed muttered some words that were impossible for any ordinary human to understand. Suddenly, the flames of the bonfire shot even higher, and an eerie light spread through the desolation of the graveyard. Once this ritual was complete, Mureed's power was set to increase manifold. He had been studying various dark arts for years, and today was the most significant day for him. Suddenly, the ground began to tremble, and a cloud of smoke rose from the center of the flames, forming a monstrous shape. It was the form of a demonic spirit, summoned by Mureed. Seeing the shape, Mureed let out a joyful cackle and declared, "Now, no one can stop my power." The demonic spirit asked Mureed, "What do you desire?" Mureed replied, "I want the whole village to be gripped by fear from my magic. No one should be able to live in peace without my will." The spirit laughed and said, "It will be so, but for this, you must give another sacrifice." Mureed immediately pulled a black cat from his sack and, bringing it near the fire, sacrificed it. Drops of blood fell to the ground, which was instantly absorbed. The demonic spirit thundered, "Your task is complete. Go now and establish your terror over the villagers." When Mureed left the graveyard, he looked more mysterious and dangerous than before. An strange aura of light surrounded his body, one that no ordinary human could see. As he neared the village, he saw an old man walking towards his fields. Mureed closed his eyes for a moment and muttered something. Suddenly, a fog enveloped the old man, and he collapsed. The villagers ran to him, but the old man was unconscious. No one understood how this had happened. Mureed smiled and began to move forward. He targeted every person who crossed his path. After a while, the villagers were terrified and hid inside their homes. No one dared to come out. It was night, and Mureed had now reached the center of the village. He raised his hands and shouted some words loudly. Suddenly, all the village lamps went out, and darkness spread everywhere. People began to tremble with fear. The voice of a child was heard, asking his mother, "Mom, what is happening?" The mother hugged her child and said, "My son, just pray that no harm comes to us." Standing in the village center, Mureed announced, "If you all want this terror to end, come before me and accept my servitude." A little while later, the village elders gathered and decided they would talk to Mureed. They were all frightened, but they had no other choice. A delegation of elders approached Mureed and said, "We beg for your forgiveness. Please spare us." Mureed cackled and said, "I will forgive you, but for that, you must offer a sacrifice in my service every year." The villagers were helpless. They accepted Mureed's condition. But in their hearts, they were searching for someone who could put an end to this sorcerer. Will the villagers be able to find a brave person to challenge Mureed? Or will this terror reign forever?